He's the guru behind the wildly popular fitness craze that swept America, Bikram Yoga, drawing in millions of women looking for that perfect body. It became the workout rage of the rich and famous. Even A-list celebs from Beyonce to Madonna to Giselle became disciples.
The list goes on and on.
And it's all the brainchild of this man, the ultra-ripped and fabulously wealthy founder, Bikram Choudhury.
The most important thing in your life is your life.
But behind his fancy car collection, Beverly Hills mansion, and the walls of his $80 million exercise empire, the charismatic leader is now being called a monster, hiding a dirty, depraved secret.
You had female staff perform oral sex on you at headquarters, right, Mr. Choudhury?
The world-renowned Bollywood yogi caught with his Speedo down.
You pulled down your pants and you shoved your penis in her face. Did you do that?
And his fall from grace to disgrace is a mirror image of the sex scandal that's ensnared Hollywood movie mogul Harvey Weinstein.
He had told them he would make them famous if they slept with him.
The so-called holy man would be accused of raping, sexually assaulting, and brainwashing his unsuspecting prey.
The more powerful he got, the kind of more controlling he got, and dangerous he got.
And one of his alleged victims, the attorney the sex-crazed yogi brought in to protect his mighty empire until she became his target too.
He got under the covers and crawled into bed and motioned for me to come over and to sit with him.
Now she's sitting down with Crime Watch Daily, spilling many of these sordid, disgusting details.
I've seen it with my own eyes in training. I've seen him being massaged by 3 women trainees around him with the lights dimmed.
Allegedly all going down while he was reigning over his $80 million yoga empire like a crazed, despotic cult leader.
It's run very much like a cult.
He would tell me that he was God.
He called himself a little Buddha.
Bikram's American dream all started when he moved from India into a little basement in ritzy Beverly Hills with the idea of introducing a new westernized kind of yoga to the rich and famous.
He's a spiritual yogi who's ripped, and he's teaching these classes in Beverly Hills, and of course the Hollywood elite stumbles on him.
Becoming instant devotees of the pint-sized, nearly naked yogi.
The guy's in a Speedo, and he looks like an articulated anatomical diagram. His every single muscle is spread out and rippling.
Benjamin Lure, author of the book Hellbent, which infiltrates Bikram's private world, says he walks the walk and talks the talk of a genuine Indian mystic.
He called himself a little Buddha. He said he had never had sex. He was a virgin. He didn't have much money. He was renting out of a very small, modest studio space.
And the technique he calls Bikram Yoga is actually credited with healing the injury-ravaged body of basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He was clearly a very devoted follower of Bikram Yoga, and his son became a teacher. So many of the big teachers today took classes from him and have incorporated his yoga into their routines.
Before long, Bikram Yoga is a multi-million-dollar international brand, attracting hundreds of devotees at a time to studios and luxurious tropical retreats he'd established around the world.
Everywhere from Morocco to India to Hong Kong to Beijing. It is a global movement.
Bikram is also making special appearances at venues packed to capacity with 500 attendees a session for 9 weeks at a time.
We're talking about, marquee hotels like, the Hilton in Vegas and hotels in LA and Palm Springs and Acapulco and Hawaii.
Bikram has a simple formula for success.
The one thing you should know about Bikram yoga classes is they're identical. Same class everywhere.
Like a fast food chain.
Bikram, of course, refers to this as the McDonald'sization of yoga, and he says that proudly because McDonald's refers to a uniform product.
And Bikram is a kind of Ronald McDonald face of the franchise. With his signature tiny Speedo and big personality.
He's got his patter down like a Vegas lounge act, and it's flawless.
My read on him was that he was slightly eccentric.
He's also an incredible entertainer. He's very performative. He's quite funny. He's over the top.
And the charismatic little yogi becomes a godlike figure to thousands of young followers, many paying $15,000 a pop to become licensed Bikram yoga instructors.
And his trainings filled up with people who wanted to call him guru, and they wanted him to possess magic powers. And suddenly he starts adapting to that vision of him.
Dishing out spontaneous doses of spiritual wisdom on social media.
What's the meaning of life? Yourself. Your life? Your life. What's the most important thing in your life is your life.
Devotees hang on every word that falls from the mouth of their enlightened master.
If you survive, then everything will be more important in your life tomorrow. If you die tonight, you will never see tomorrow again.
But that vow of poverty Bikram had once taken no longer holds up. Not with an estimated net worth of $80 million, a Beverly Hills mansion, and a fleet of more than 40 luxury cars, including Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, and Ferraris.
He is obsessed with money and wealth.
As for his vow of celibacy, well, Bikram's apparently renounced that too, and is now married with children after reportedly importing wife Rajeshri from his native India as a child bride.
His wife came to America, I think, when she was 17, 18. It was an arranged marriage.
But one woman is apparently not enough for Bikram, who's alleged to be as obsessed with sex as he is with fame and fortune.
Have you ever said, quote, women want to be raped?
Next, the famous yogi is caught in a very uncomfortable position.
You refer to me as a fat lesbian.
Said, you know, why are you preaching hate? You should be teaching love. I mean, this is yoga. And he just turned on her and used, you know, foul, offensive, racist language.